Thank you guys for being with us. I think I got the sun behind me. As a photographer, I should know better than this. Much better. Much better. As a photographer, I should definitely know how this works. But for some strange reason, it just escaped me. All right, so welcome to Friday's Motivation and Inspiration. I entitled this Limitless. Okay, and this has been an ongoing trend. And then, of course, most of you guys know that I watch the Gaia channel. Love that, love that. And there's actually this show called Limitless by Ben Stewart, and I have just been watching the season over and over and over again. Kind of confirmed a few things that I've always believed, and also shown me a few new things. I'm gonna put the link there as soon as we get back, because we're doing this outside. Okay, outside again. Don't know how long we're going to be able to keep this 4 o'clock I guess time slot. You know, things go on. You got family, you got kids, you got things that need to be taken care of. Got a radio station to run, but we're going to try to keep it as close as possible to the 4 p.m. Timestamp. Before we go any further into this, I just want to remind you guys, once we reach 500 subscribers to our YouTube channel, every Monday for Monday Motivation, we're going to be giving something away. She's going to be giving something away, or I'm going to be giving something away, or somebody's going to be giving something away to our subscribers, to our fan base. We definitely appreciate the support. Just moving forward with the topic, I got to ask you guys a question. Why do we place limits on our potential? Okay, potential is a very, very powerful word. It kind of like sits side by side possibilities. Why do you doubt? What the hell is that? Why do you doubt the possibilities that lie within you? And this has been something that we've been talking about for a few weeks. Possibilities and potential, very, very loaded words. But I find that many of us, for some strange reason, doubt who the hell we are. You know, and that comes from many different, I guess, attack points. We doubt who we are due to our lack of confidence. We doubt who we are due to other people's judgment. We doubt who we are due to watching stuff on media or social media. We begin to doubt the people that we truly are. Why? What? I mean, can you answer this for me?
I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Because, you know, I don't know why either. Because because the answer lies within you.
Yep.
You know, there have been a lot of people in my life, and this is one of those transparent moments that have set the stage for me to doubt my potential. You know, to doubt my abilities. You know, you hear phrases like, "Oh, you're good, but you're not that good." You know, "Oh, you know how to do that, but everybody knows how to do that." You know, it starts loading onto your mind doubt. When the reality is, there are so many possibilities due to your choices. There are so many ways that you can go with your life. Down this journey, down this road that is life. Every time you make a choice, you look around and you say, "Oh, okay, that's what I'm going to do." Or you say, maybe I shouldn't do that. That's completely up to you. Yes, we're always going to have those that don't want to see you shine. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Give them a coupon to Sunglass Hut and tell them to buy some damn sunglasses. Go ahead and shine. Don't worry about the things that might not pan out as you expected when you set out on your journey. Your life is a blank slate. Every movement, every turn, every journey, every path that you take, it's completely up to you. No one else figures into this. I mean, how do you feel about this potential possibility thing?
Well, one, get the definitions, and I actually wrote them down.
Oh, get out of here.
So we have
You're getting thorough.
we have possibility, which means a chance, that something may or may not happen or exist.
Mm.
And then you have potential, which means existing and possibility. So they go hand in hand. It is
Mm.
capable of development into actuality, something
Yes.
that can develop or become actual.
Yes.
So when you operate to your fullest potential, then you open up the door to many possibilities.
Damn it. Yeah, I
It's as
can't say
simple as
we can
that.
get off alive now. You know, change the vision, change the reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's always very important to change the vision, change the reality. Because I'm going to tell
Mm-hmm.
you something. You know what I want to tell you about doubters? I don't know where the hell she went, but I'm going to tell you about the people that plant doubt in your mind. You know, and Les Brown has talked about this, and I first heard this from Les Brown, where he actually talked about the 4 minute mile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so up until I believe it was 1954. Well, yeah, 1954.
Mm-hmm.
This guy Roger Bannister broke the 4 minute mile, but so many people prior to that said it couldn't be done.
Yep.
Nobody can run a 4 minute mile. That's impossible. It can't be done. But see, Roger Bannister, I don't even know who the hell this guy is, but Roger Bannister decided that, hey, listen, there's the possibility that I can break this barrier. I can break
Mm-hmm.
this whole doubt that people can run a 4 minute mile.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's commonplace. Now it's become commonplace. Do you see where once you close off the possibilities and the potential,
Mm-hmm.
where that leaves you where you can't move forward? Now this is something that's expected of you. If you want to join a track team, this is it. You should be able to do a 4 minute mile.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What happened was mindsets begin to change.
Yep.
People started to say, well, if he did it, why can't I do it? I'm not saying that you should wait for someone else to open the door to amazing possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm telling you is you need to go out there and create amazing potential.
Mm-hmm.
You need to dig deep down within yourself. Right now, you have people in your life that are telling you that you cannot do something.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell are they?
Yep.
Who the hell are they? Are they getting up in the morning with you when you put on your shoes and tying them for you? Are they putting the toothpaste or your toothbrush and helping you brush your teeth? I think not. So when you get up, your day is yours. When you go into that bathroom, hopefully you're doing those positive affirmations, telling yourself how amazing you are.
Mm-hmm.
When you go in there to do that, usually that's you by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
unless you have children.
Mm-hmm.
Then children want to be in there with you. But that is you yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you feeding into the doubt of others? You know what? This is their problem, not yours. Whenever somebody tells me, oh, that's going to be hard, how can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. Come on, there's people that went to college to do that, and people have spent their whole life trying to figure that out. Why? You just came with the idea today. Why do you think you can do it?
Mm-hmm.
I've been sharing videos, and guys, I'm telling you guys to go ahead and subscribe. I've been sharing videos that I did over a decade ago. And I find that there is something missing. There's a disconnect from what I did then to what I do now. And what I need to do is I need to take what I did then and incorporate it into what I do now. Where that came from, I had to be honest with myself. I had to do some soul searching. As I'm going through the videos, I'm like, wow, this is kind of fire. How come my stuff doesn't have that shine and polish that it had back then, 10 years ago? I'm going to tell you why. Because I was focused on getting the damn thing done. I was focused on getting it to the next level, even though I was just getting out the gate. I was focused on making sure it was so bright that people needed to shade their eyes. As I look down the comments, I see the hate. I see where people wanted to stop the potential. You know, I'm out the gate, new to YouTube, doing my thing. People talking about, oh, yeah, you and that bald head. Oh, you talk too much. I'm dead serious.
Wow. That's
Oh,
what you got to
you
say.
need to get better at this. 10 years ago, who was doing anything amazing on YouTube? I actually know people that put a sheet behind them and sat in a chair and did YouTube videos.
Yep.
But yet and still, with all of what I was doing, people were telling me, oh, you need to get better at this. Oh, this is corny. Oh, this is boring. Yeah, I got people that supported what it was that I was doing. But see, that's where the hate begins. And I wasn't as evolved, and I get this from Ben Stewart, as I am now, where I should have not stopped, not worried about what other people were saying, and just did me.
Yep.
Because what I created came from me. Real talk, the show, 11 years. 11 years, 10 years where I actually brought people besides myself on camera. Okay? There are people that have music careers that don't last 10 years. There are people that have political careers that don't last 10 years. And here I am still at it. You know why? Because I found newfound confidence in the possibilities and the potential.
Yep.
Do I do this to become a millionaire overnight? No. It'd be nice, it'd be cool, but no, that's not what I do it. I do it because I feel the truth needs to be told. I believe that there's a possibility that if I say something in one of those videos that resonates with someone else, I may be the catalyst to propelling that person on to having a stellar life.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that? Why would anybody have a problem with that? I'm going to tell you who has a problem with that. Those who would rather judge, criticize, and bring people down instead of doing the damn thing themselves. We've all got a damn thing within ourselves that we are here, that we are meant to do, that we are meant to complete, that we are meant to move forward with. But yet and still, we have people that are more concerned with, what are you doing? Why are you doing it that way? We have critics. The way that I look at critics, those that critique, whether it be food or movies or books or anything. Yes, I love constructive criticism. I love it. I want your feedback on these videos, whether you're watching now or later. I want your feedback. But here's the deal. Usually you will find that people that went to film school but could not make a movie find it easier to critique and tear apart what somebody else has put their heart and soul into. You will find someone that went to culinary school that learned how to cook but could not make the cut. They find it easier to destroy someone else's reputation that is actually doing the damn thing. See, there's a difference. There's those that do, and there are those that try to tear down. Now, I'm not saying all critics are like that. I'm not saying that. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it seems to be a pattern and a trend. And I seem to follow patterns and trends. You know, as I look at my old cool, and I'm hoping that you join me in this. I want to do the original goal that the Cinematique was made for, which was to do movie reviews. You know, reviews about things that are going on TV and stuff like that. I wanted to do that. You know, however, critic. I had a critic in my life. They wanted to ensure that I didn't get any further, but see, that's not a problem. Again, the mindset has changed. Always move forward. So, hey, I can depend on her. I can depend on the fact that, hey, she's willing to get it done. I mean, how do you feel about that? I don't mean to put you on the spot and say, because the way that turned out was, and we was just talking about this earlier, was, hey, listen, do you want to do this? Yeah, sure. Love to do something like that. Waited till I got all the assets in place and then thought about it and said, oh my God, I can't take credit for none of this. This is all what he's doing. Yeah, I don't want to do this. So you waited weeks to decide. Is that not the mark of a true hater? Didn't I just put up that video? What is a hater? Something that was discussed not by me, Wasn't me doing the talking. No script. Always real talk. So what am I? Why would you get mad at me? These are other people's opinions. And this is the movement that we're doing with Real Talk 2.0 that me and you are doing.
Yeah.
It's not just our opinions. We know our opinions. We know our mindset. We know how we think. We want to find out how other people think.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. So, the first episode, September 19th, I believe is the day, we're actually going to do a, what's that word, commemorative episode of Real Talk. What is a hater?
Yep.
All the more reason to subscribe. To see a decade later, 10 years later, has the concept of what is a hater really changed? Has it really changed?
Yep.
This is what I mean by limitless. Once you take that key and unlock all of that shit that you've been dragging around all your life from other people, you find it easier to create what it is that you are here to create.
It's your fuel. It's your fuel. I love the Gaia channel also, but I'm not gonna say more spiritual, but I love like spiritual conversations, anything that's spiritual. And I was actually watching a video. It wasn't on the Gaia channel. It's just part of my morning routine. And they were interviewing a woman about how lucky she is. And two things she said that really stuck out, and I just couldn't get it out of my head, was one, she believed in the possibilities. And it's something that Les Brown says all the time. He says it's possible. He says that
yes.
And anything is possible. Yeah, you can have a negative possibility, but you can also have a positive.
Yes.
And if you just focus on the positive, at least you have a little bit more of a chance of getting that positive that positive outcome. But what this woman was saying was that people in her circle started to despise her because she always won things. She always seemed like if it was anything, she would just.
I think I saw that video.
Yeah, she would win it, and the person was asking her, how did that make her feel? Thinking that she would say, "Oh, it made me sad because it might have been her sister or whoever, somebody close to her." And she said, "Well, really, she doesn't worry about that because they're voluntarily giving her energy." The fact that they're so mad about what she was doing and how she lived her life, that they're voluntarily giving her their energy, and she didn't take it as negative energy. A lot of times we focus on this negative energy. What it was it didn't matter. They were giving her energy, period.
Right.
So the energy that they could have been using for themselves, they're giving to her. She chose not to use it as negative energy.
Right.
She used it as positive energy.
Fuel.
And that right there, it's something I've been doing I trained my mindset to look at it that way, but it did bring it back to the forefront of my brain, like, why worry about, I'm utilizing my potential because I see the possibilities of what can happen.
Right.
So anything negative, and this should go for anybody, anything negative anyone has to say, just add that to your positive pool of positive reactions.
Yeah.
Don't, you can't really worry about it. Your potential is your potential. Your possibilities are your possibilities.
Right.
If someone sees your situation and they're really giving that much time and energy into your situation, and they're in their head working out what can go wrong, what can happen, oh man, but what can go, that's their problem, not yours.
Right.
You use your potential so that you outweigh your own possibilities and get that outcome that you want. And if it doesn't happen, you can always pat yourself on the back and say, well, at least I did everything that I was supposed to do.
Right.
You really, really, really blocked out the outside, because unfortunately a lot of times it comes from the people that are close to us.
Right.
Like I said in my video, the people that think they know you.
Right.
When sometimes you don't even really know yourself. We're all trying to still learn ourselves.
Right.
So anyone that has the audacity to feel like they know you based on any experience, no matter if you were right, you were wrong, it doesn't matter. No one knows where you are at right now at this present moment, where you are.
Yes. You know what? At the end of the day, and you know what? You just gave me a chubby, because that just hit it right on the head. Nobody is in your mind. Nobody knows what your next choice is going to be. Nobody knows what your next move is going to be. Even if you tell them, sometimes you don't know your next move until you're in the midst of deciding whether to pivot left or pivot right. You know, so who are these people that are telling you your life?
Yep.
We've got to break free from this. Change the vision, change the reality.
Yep.
Change the vision, how you see this energy coming towards you, because that's all it is. You know, do like that lady that Latif was watching say, you know, I just use it as, I don't look at it as being negative. I look at it as being, hey, you're giving me free energy. You know, it's all on how you perceive it. We get all bent out of shape because how people are perceiving us, or how people are perceiving the person that we are, or how people are making judgments on the person we are. You know what I've learned from Limitless, okay, and you've got to watch this. Only one season, but it is amazing. Okay, it is freaking amazing. Okay, what you have to learn is that it's energy. It can be transmutated. It's like alchemy. It's like turning lead into gold. You can walk around with all the lead you want, or you can just say, hey, listen, let me just change this into gold. I know people are throwing darts at me. I know people are hating on me. I know this. But see, at the same time, you have to look at the basics of the secret. What you hope for, what you focus on, is what you always get. And you have a bunch of people in your lives that are focusing on you not getting ahead. If you think about it, their real focus on is them being scared of you getting ahead. So thereby, if you take the energy and use it and utilize it to your benefit, you will find that it will just magnetically draw what you are seeking, because since they're fearful of what may happen or what may become of you, all you're doing is just taking it, sucking it up, sucking it up. You know, and a lot of people, when they talk about the secret, you know, and I saw this today, and it made so much sense to me. A lot of people that believe in New Thought and the secret and manifestation, and they sit up there and they say it's not happening, it's not working for me, I can't get any place with this, I'm just going to give up. What you focus on is what you get. But I'm going to tell you something. You know, who remembers David from the Bible? You know, it just might not be your season right now. The universe might be, or your higher power might just be putting everything in place to give you something that you may not even have dreamed of, because you've been doing the right thing. You've been, as we've been talking about, you've been following karma. You understand karma. You're thinking with positive thoughts. You're having positive actions. You're inspiring other people. David started out in his first season as a shepherd. In his next season, David became a king. Think about that. Think about that. When I read that today, I was like, you know what? That's right. Because we allow the doubts to flood our mind. We just give up. We're like, you know, all this possibility and potential crap they talking about, it doesn't work for me. You know what, boo-boo, it works for everybody. It works for everybody. But it's based on your mindset. If you think that you can manifest everything, but in the back of your mind, you've got ego saying, dude, you can't do that shit. You ain't never do that shit before. Why do you think you can do it now? That's what happens. What you focus on is what you get. You've got to work on the core of your being. We have spent our whole lives dealing with judgment, dealing with hate, dealing with pain, dealing with sorrow, dealing with situations, dealing with drama. We spent our whole lives dealing with it. At what point do you decide that it needs to be removed, and by any means necessary?
And that, you know what, that right there is what you said about ego. A lot of, if you struggle with ego for any reason, it's just like if you were a parent and you tell your children, you come home from work, you had a hard day and they give you a hard time. What do you tell your children? Look, I have enough problems at work. Or I got enough problems with the people outside. I don't need you giving me a hard time too. That's simply what you do to keep your ego in check. I got enough people against me. I don't need you in the back of my head telling me what I can't do. You're checking yourself. And, you know, it ain't easy.
It's not.
When you find yourself slipping because you're not in the world by yourself and there's other people, it's going to be somebody, again, that word audacity, that's going to have the audacity to strike up a conversation with you, to bring up your past, to wonder why
To
to
drag you
drag
right
you in,
back
to wonder
in.
why. I mean, I slip up, and you know, I was so proud of myself, slipped up, somebody got me to argue, and right away, I sent an apology.
Yep.
And the apology was sincere, but it was also sincere for myself, apologizing
Yes.
to myself for letting myself get roped into that.
Yes.
To get roped into that, because guess what? I don't know the real meaning behind why the conversation might have been sincere. They might have genuinely wanted to know these things, but the person knows me pretty well. So I'm thinking, just maybe subconsciously, this person wanted to put me on too. And it's nothing harsh. It's not, you know, I'm not saying anything negative or bad about the person, because our subconscious is a trick.
Yep.
Our
Yep.
subconscious is a trick, but the key is, for me, again, I'm never going to say for you, but for me, the key is programming my subconscious
Yes.
to meet my conscious halfway, where all of those positive possibilities are just sitting right there, floating.
Yes.
Right there,
Yes.
playing together.
You know.
Not tug of war.
Yes. Yes. And you just came up with the assignment that I know it's a long weekend, it's a holiday weekend, but I'm going to tell you something. Somebody's going to, as my aunt would say, pluck your last nerve. There is guaranteed to be someone that's going to pluck your last nerve. Do like Latif says, instead of being drawn in, because see, it becomes this spiral. You start up here, best intentions in mind, you cool, you happy, ego is not around. You're good. But then they drag you in. They just throwing the bait in. And then they get you and they're like, trying to bring you back to where you used to be. What you need to do is forgive that person. Forgive them. Or forget them. Whichever one works for you. Forgive them. Sometimes, you know what, you can put ego in place, and this is a mental trick, a mindset trick, by just apologizing for your behavior, especially if you know that you allowed ego to come to the forefront. Apologize for it.
Right.
The person doesn't have to make it sincere. I apologize for my words. I apologize for my actions. I apologize for what I said to you. And leave it at that.
Right.
Because it works on two different levels. An apology to them, however, it shows you that I still need to work on something.
Yep.
This ish is not easy.
An apology to yourself. You apologize to them, and then when you out of their presence, you give yourself a heartfelt apology.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell, you know, take ego. What's wrong with you? I thought I had you under control.
Yep.
I can't get rid of you, but I need you under control.
Yep.
The possibilities live within you. No matter what the situation, no matter what's going on in your life, the possibilities begin and end with you.
Yep.
Always remember that.
Yep.
You know, we are just beginning to explore the possibilities that live within us. It was like literally a magic genie just came in and said, poop, poop. You know, it's like, hey, listen, there's some possibilities that I need you to complete. That was part of the reason that we moved over to YouTube. It's part of the reason why I moved over to TikTok. Two platforms that I basically ignored for almost, in YouTube's case, for almost 8 years. And in the case of TikTok, you know, basically signed up and was like, I don't like this. You know, but I came to realize that there are possibilities there. Why am I shooting this down? Don't we do that in our lives where we see the possibilities and they're shining right in front of us? Like, why would I do that? You've got to give it a chance.
Yeah.
You've got to make a choice to give it a chance so that you can enjoy your fullest potential. You know?
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No. It's you. It's about you. It's about no one else, just you.
I thought she was talking about me.
I
was like, oh, okay.
I was like, not in a selfish way, and I will end it with this. And I said this in my video on my channel. You're never going to change anyone else's viewpoint about you.
Never.
No matter what. No, if you did wrong and you are now walking the straightest path. How many of us know people that were addicted to drugs, or you know, just maybe just a shitty person, you know, and then when they change, what do? You wonder, I don't know, should I believe?
Cautious.
Yeah, you know, you're very cautious, but they may be really walking a straight path,
Right.
If someone, I'm gonna tell you, if someone, I've never been like a drug addict, but anyone I know that is a truly recovering drug addict could give two craps about what anyone from their past
Yes.
still thinks about them.
Yes.
They do not care. All
Oh, they
know
carry the
is,
scissors.
yeah,
They cut.
all they know is I'm staying clean and sober. You want to keep bringing that up, then you need to
Yep.
not be in my life. You're not going to change no one else's viewpoint about
Yes.
you.
Yes.
And if it's somebody close and you have to cut them off, you just have to cut them off and let them
Yes.
deal with that. Let
Yes.
them live with those fond memories of you. That's on them, not on you.
Yes. And I wanna, I just wanna end this with limitless.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the word. There's no limit. There's no glass ceiling. There's no cap. This is your life. You create the reality that you want to create.
Yeah.
This is another trend that we talk about often, is creating the reality that you want to see play out.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, and I got to put the link up as soon as I get back in, Limitless Ben Stewart has actually shown me by, again, reaffirming certain thoughts and ideas that I have had and showing me new thoughts and ideas that I am honestly incorporating into my being. Because I truly believe that, hey, shoot for the stars. At the very least, you'll hit the moon.
Yeah.
Win-win, you might hit Jupiter.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know, but you have to live your life knowing that there's no limit to what you can do. And in the great words of the Oracle from the Matrix Reloaded, we're all here to do what we're all here to do. That's all I got.
Yeah.
All right, with that being said, you already know, been doing this for 10 years too. Love you guys. And alarm just went off, okay.